It means a great deal for me. On an individual level, it provided me with focus after I first got injured. I'd gone from commanding paratroopers on operations, which was a lot of responsibility and a very active role, to lying in a hospital bed with nothing to do other than exist. So skiing gave me something that I could focus on, and it gave me something that was physical in nature and challenging in nature, which is something that I always enjoyed in the military, to get me back into being myself.
What do you think it means for some of the other people here? Presumably you've seen them change over the time you've seen them skiing and got to know them better.
Yeah, I mean, what we're trying to do with this week is twofold. Firstly, we're trying to introduce them to a new sport, or indeed get them back into a sport they enjoyed, and that is, it's a form of rehabilitation in itself. It gives people focus, as we've just discussed, but it also gets people's confidence back up again. And for some of the guys that we've got here, they might not have put themselves in a position until now, since their injury, where they've needed to interact on a frequent level with the people, or where they've needed to simply push themselves again. And this provides that opportunity, and that is a stepping stone process, because behind the scenes and after the skiing week, the collective members of the committee and all those involved with the charity then try and facilitate a transition back into the workplace, and that's what the charity is really about. Skiing's a hook.
Generally speaking, what does it mean to people to come to the mountains, and what do they benefit from it?
I think what everybody, regardless of their injury, will tell you is that it's freedom. It's a sense of freedom, it's a sense of independence, regardless of what injury anyone sustained. There are adaptive techniques and there are adaptive pieces of equipment that we can use to facilitate independent skiing for anybody. And that is, especially for someone coming from an active background, as many of our forces personnel have, to get back into an independent way of life and to get back into a sport which makes you feel completely independent and free to push yourself again, is unanimous across the board as arguably the single greatest thing that they'll achieve within a 7-day time frame.